Greetings to you all, the people of the Philippines. I'm here today in order to send this message to the people of the Philippines because there was a confusion earlier. I took down a video that I made concerning the female president in 2028. Many Filipina and Filipino did not understand what I was saying, and so it was causing confusion. The devil was trying to cause confusion through that post. And so I personally took them down. I personally took it down from my Facebook, my TikTok, and my YouTube channel because it was causing confusion. And I said, I'm going to make a video later in order to clear the confusion. God is not a God of confusion. God is a God of love and order. And so I cancel and rebuke every confusion that the devil wanted to make through that video. And I pray that after this video, there will be understanding, there will be wisdom, there will be knowledge, and there will be revelation. So, is 2028 in the Philippines gonna have to be a woman leading and be a president? The answer is yes. It's gonna be a woman. Who then? I am pretty very sure of the prophetic message the Lord has given me concerning Mrs. Sarah. I don't hate her. I love Mrs. Sarah. She's an amazing woman, but God has refused her from being president of the Philippines. She is vice president, and that is enough for her. It is not the will of God for Sarah to become the president of the Philippines in 2028. I know many of you want Sarah to be the president, but we have already seen the prophecy of her life. Prophecy has two sides. If she becomes president, mark my words, nothing will change in the Philippines. The system is gonna flow the same way. And so prophecies can change. That is one thing I wanted to bring to you all. Just because we prophesy that this is the one, this is the one I am seeing God's favor on, this is the one I am seeing God's hand on, that does not mean it cannot change. It's just like God can tell you to go to Japan or to go to Cameroon. You have to obey to go there. But if you don't go there, God is not going to force you. So in same way, there are people that God chooses. There are people that are God's desire. And we simply come to tell you God's mind and God's desire and God's heart. That's our mission. It's not like we are saying Sarah cannot be president. Sarah can be president, but that will not be the will of God. Do you understand now? Her end journey is VP, vice president. That's her end journey. And so a lot of people are expecting Sarah to become president, but I don't see her becoming president in 2028. I see a woman that God has chosen. I see in total 3 women that will be running for presidential elections. That will be battling. 3 women climbing a rope. And I'm seeing the people's choice, and I'm seeing God's choice. So the people of the Philippines, I am not saying you have to forcefully vote for God's choice. I am simply here to reveal to you the heart of God, because God wants to shift your nation in the next 4 years. And God wants to change a lot of things in your nation in the next 4 years, especially the infrastructures of your nation. The reason there are a lot of floodings is because the infrastructure in your nation is poorly built. A lot of flooding succeed to come into the city because the infrastructure of your nation is poorly built. And this other president, he's trying his best, but he's not helping in those areas. But this woman that I'm seeing that God is bringing, she's gonna be like a Deborah. She's gonna be like a Deborah to the nation of the Philippines. And she's gonna help reboost the economy of the Philippines, and the infrastructures of the Philippines are gonna be developed. The road, to make sure that the floodings are not intense. If floodings take place, the reason why floodings easily take your houses away is because the infrastructures are not well built. And so the Philippines, there's a lot that this woman that God is sending to your nation in the future will do in 2028. Now, prophecy can change, but there are some prophecies that cannot change. Some prophecies can change, some cannot change. These prophecies that I'm giving can be changed. And the people of God in the Philippines are supposed to be the ones to decide who is going to be president. Who you're going to support at that time is going to be the one to be president. If you guys want Sarah to be your president, Sarah will be your president. But Sarah is not the will of God for 2028. And if Sarah is listening to this video, I am not mad at you. I am not against you. But I'm simply telling you that is not the will of God for your life. Can you forcefully become president? You can forcefully choose to become president, but that will not be God's will for your life. And the same people are going to protest to you and make you come down. But I am seeing someone else, and I was giving an example of a lady called Maria. I was saying that lady, I see God's favor on her. She may not be your type, she may not be the person you like, but I saw God's favor on her. That if she could become president, the hand of the Lord will be on the nation of the Philippines. She will be able to save the people of the Philippines. God will be able to save the people of the Philippines through her. But a lot of people started saying, oh, she's not in politics. Oh, she's not this. She's not capable. She's not fit. I was saying that I am seeing God's favor on that lady as a great leader of your nation. And I saw her in a private jet. And I saw her become not just a blessing to your nation, but to other nations around the world. But you guys in the Philippines can choose to say, no, we don't want that. God is not going to do anything. If you guys don't want it, God is going to allow you guys to choose the person that you guys want to be as president. But you guys will know that the same thing will continue in the Philippines. The Philippines will continue to be the same. And so, I see 3 women who are going to be running, who are going to be fighting for that seat in 2026. And I am telling you now, I will not share more on who is supposed to be president, but I will just tell you, Mrs. Sarah is not the will of God. Mrs. Sarah is not the will of God for 2028 presidential elections. Cancel it now from your minds and choose the right person, because the devil knows that God is sending a Deborah to your nation in 2028. A Deborah, a woman who is going to judge the land. And so the devil knows, and so the devil wants to bring his own person. The devil wants to cause confusion to bring his own person. And so prophecy can change. It can change. God is not going to force you guys to accept the person he's sending to you to put as leader. Just so you know, David had no background in politics, but David became the king. Then why is it that you guys say, oh, she's not in politics, she cannot be president? David was a man of God's heart. Saul was the man that the people chose. David was the man of God's heart. Whoever you choose as your president, God is going to anoint the person. But just know that this person that you guys talk so much about, Sarah, she is not the president of 2028 that God wants. All of you leaders, apostle, pastor, teachers, prophet in the Philippines, take it to prayer. And if God gives you confirmation about what I said, fine. But if God tells you something else, let me know. But this is what I wanted to tell the Philippines. So, no more confusion here. By the authority of God, I cancel confusion at this moment. And I pray for peace, understanding, knowledge, and revelation. So the nation of the Philippines, God's favor is on that lady Maria. I see a strong favor on her. But if you guys don't want it, it's fine. You guys can choose whoever you want to rule you. But at the end of the day, there'll be a lot of chaos. Nothing is going to change. But I see a woman coming in 2028. And again, prophecy can change in a strong way. If still God sees that the woman that would try to force herself into presidency in 2028, if God is trying to preserve the people, God will still allow a man to rule. But the will of God is a woman is supposed to rule the Philippines in 2028. So my prayer is, I end this prophetic counseling and message by saying, my prayer is the Philippines will choose the right woman to be in power. And I've already told you guys, it is not Sarah. Don't choose Sarah. It is not her calling to be the president. She is the vice president. I am not seeing her going to becoming president. Pray to choose the right person. If the Philippines make the mistake to choose Sarah and someone else who is not the will of God, you guys gonna miss it. So God has some options for you guys to choose. Among the presidential candidates, there will be one of them who will be a chosen one, and the rest will not be the chosen one. And so that's my message for the Philippines. My prayer is you guys would choose the right woman for your president. God bless the people of the Philippines. God bless the nation of the Philippines. Shalom.